Namaskar. Welcome to our yogic meditation course. Today we are going for the last class. This is lesson 7. And congratulations for having reached to the last one, and I hope you have been meditating regularly. Let's see what we are going to look at today. Today we will be concluding the points of niyama. So there are 2 points missing. One is Svádhyáya, and that means to study and also to understand the spiritual scriptures or spiritual books, spiritual texts. Then we are going to do our usual meditation practice. And then we'll cover the last point of niyama, which is Iishvara Praņidhána. And that is the deep meditation, or being able to surrender completely to the infinite consciousness. Then we'll have a short course review, conclusion, and time for questions and answers. I just want to remind you that you can ask questions during the presentation by typing them in the questions window. I make an effort to follow the window, so if I see something that is very much related to what I'm talking, I can answer on the spot. Otherwise, I leave to the end. A general review of what we have seen so far. We covered the basic meditation practice with the universal mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. We covered all the 5 points of jhana, just remembering that jhana means those points that relate to our relationship to an external entity. And those points were the ahimsa, the first one, not to harm anybody, not to hurt anybody. Of course, we have to defend ourselves in case of need, but the intention should not be to harm anybody. The second point was satya, benevolent truth. So the idea is that we should not just tell the truth, but we should make sure that the way we tell it and how we express brings welfare to the other entity that we are relating with. Then asteya, no stealing or not taking anything from anyone without their permission. Brahmacharya, the idea that everything is an expression of the Supreme Consciousness or the Supreme Entity, Brahma. And aparigraha, to live simple life and not accumulating, not indulge in excess, so no accumulation. And that was jhana. Now, what is the importance of this? You know that to relate with the external world, to external entities, is very important for our meditation. If we don't do it properly, it will disturb our meditation. When we close our eyes, we'll be thinking about so many other external things. So if we have a certain control over our relationship with the external world, it helps a lot. And we will find many people, many intelligent people telling us all that is important to be done. And there are so many books about how you keep good relationships, how you can maintain your harmony. It's so much that we might not even be able to read it all or to learn it all. Plus, we will get confused what should we really do? Now, we have this ancient knowledge of yoga, which says that These are the 5 main points. If you can work on these 5 points, everything will be okay. Means everything will get harmonized by working on these 5 points. So that's the minimum necessary. So you have 5 points. You don't have to go over 100 points, 200 points, or study so many things, so many books. Should I do this, that? How should I do? If you concentrate on these 5 points, you should get a good result. And then we go to niyama. Niyama is the relationship with ourselves. It doesn't depend on any external entity. It only depends on us. So it depends on us, this first point, shaucha, cleanliness and purity of our mind and our body. It's only up to us to maintain our body clean, to maintain the environment we live clean, and then to maintain our mind clean. So that's the first point of niyama. The second one, santosh, contentment. Maintain a mental state of contentment, always. It might be difficult sometimes, but whenever you notice that it's not happening, then you work a little bit on it, and that is the practice of santosh. And the third one is tapa. We have to do some certain sacrifice, some effort to achieve the goal, and also to be able to help other people. This is essential. Otherwise, we become too much self-centered, too much selfish. If you are seeing only yourself, you will never be able to come in connection with this cosmic consciousness because you are too much closed into yourself. So that's what we have seen so far. Now, let me ask you the usual question: how has your meditation practice been in these days? I will wait until I get the majority of replies. Okay, we are almost there. Over 70% of you have replied. All right, okay, over 80. That's nice. Okay, let's see the results. So, have you practiced meditation regularly during the week? 33% of you said yes, twice a day, every day. 50% or half of you say yes, every day, at least once a day. Okay, so those two are good. For the course, I'm asking twice a day, every day, but if you are doing once a day, that's very positive. And then 17% of you said that only a few days. Could be better. There is room for improvement. At least we can do every day. Okay, let me close this one. It's important to do every day because that's how we are feeding our mind. And we feed the body every day. Mind is very important. Our existence depends so much on our mind, so it's very important to feed the mind every day also. So let's make an effort to practice every day. Today will be the last class. After today, you'll be on your own doing the practice, so it's good you get established in this practice and carry it on. Let me proceed with today's topics. Today, Svádhyáya is our topic. What is this Svádhyáya? To study and understand spiritual books, spiritual scriptures. It's not to memorize, but to absorb the inner spirit of it. Some people memorize the scriptures, they will repeat it, cite it in different situations, but they don't really understand the deeper meaning. Many times, spiritual books are written with symbols. Something is written there, but the meaning is a little bit different, it's deeper. The meaning is sometimes is a story and just of something that is happening, but that story has a deeper meaning. Or sometimes it's referring to a place, the location, but it might have a deeper meaning. And I'm going to give an example. In India, yoga is coming from India, so I'm citing an example from India. So in India, there is a city called Varanasi. It is considered the most holy city of India. And it is so that people say that if one dies in Varanasi, one will reach their goal, their realization. And that's in one scripture is saying, if one dies in Kashi, Kashi is the name of Varanasi, one will not be reborn. Reborn here is because if you don't reach realization, you have to come again and again. It's like you are not, you take the examination, but you don't pass, so you have to repeat, so like that. But if you reach your destination, then you reach to salvation, liberation. You don't need to be reborn. You can choose to do it for the service, to come back and serve, help other people to reach their goal. But so that's what is telling in the scripture. So what are people doing? People, when they get old, they go to Varanasi. Why? Because if they die there, then they will reach their goal. They will reach their realization. So that's what people are doing. They are understanding it that way. But what is the deeper meaning of it? What's the real spiritual meaning that one has to understand? It has much to do with the subtle science of yoga. In yoga, there are different chakras in the human structure. And it is said that human consciousness is elevated from the first chakra to the divine consciousness, which is in the highest chakra. So from human, one becomes divine. So one attains realization by reaching the highest chakra. So there is a point, which is also a chakra, which is just a little bit below the highest chakra. And according to this subtle science, if one can concentrate its consciousness in that point, then one reach the liberation, the salvation, the final goal. Therefore, if one, before dying, so you have the chance until the last moment, until the moment of death, if before dying one can establish one's consciousness in that point, then one will attain liberation. So that is the real meaning. So what is the meaning here? It's not that you live mundane life doing all nonsense, and then when you are gonna die, your relatives carry you to Varanasi, then you die there, then you reach the goal. That is not that. It is that you will practice this meditation and get yourself established in that state of consciousness, and then you will reach your goal. So now, there are many situations like this in spirituality, because the masters, the prophets, the saints that gave the knowledge of spirituality, they spoke in a very symbolic way, in a way that their true disciples would understand, but the people who have no knowledge about it, they wouldn't understand. And today we see many people interpreting these scriptures in so many strange ways and come up with so many strange practices and say that that's the practice that's going to elevate you to reach your goal. And one of the deepest practices of yoga, which is called the Tantra, is also today very much misrepresented in the world. While it is a very deep spiritual practice and very profound meditation, people are explaining it in the most strange ways, misguiding a lot of the population. Anyway, so that much an explanation of the importance of understanding the spiritual scriptures and the importance of this Svádhyáya. When reading something, it's important to go into the real meaning, understand the symbolism behind that scripture so that we can practice what we read. Otherwise, it's just some general knowledge. But real spirituality is dependent on practice, dependent on experiencing. You know, if you want to get established in meditation, you need to practice and taste it. The moment you experiment or you experience the real benefit of meditation, then you will be more inclined to continue it and never leave it. That's why I insist so much. Do the meditation. At least you do 5 minutes. Do every day. You will start experiencing, because it doesn't happen like that. It needs, the mind needs a little bit work to be able to get these benefits. And I make always this comparison with the body. If I go to the gym to do exercises, to build up my body, it's not by going once or twice that I'm going to be in shape and I'm going to get fit. But it's by doing it very regularly and enough so that my body starts getting stronger and stronger. And it takes some time until I start experiencing that, yes, I feel stronger. So in the same way, the meditation will take some time until you start feeling that, yes, now I feel that I'm understanding meditation. Okay. So now at this moment we then reach to the point that we'll do our short practice of meditation with the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam, universal mantra. And as usual, I will take help of the guitar. I know that the sound of the guitar doesn't come so great through this system, but I will use it very softly as a background. And let's close our eyes, sit as straight as possible in our chair, sofa, on the floor, wherever we are. And now let's practice a few minutes of meditation with the universal mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam. So closing your eyes, you are still aware of your environment. The room where you are, or the place where you are, the things around you, people around you. And then you may feel that wherever you are, in a certain country, or in a certain town or city, in a certain country, and this country is in a certain continent, which is on this planet of ours, planet Earth. We are just here in this planet, sitting on the planet, and feeling that we are surrounded by this cosmic consciousness, very peaceful. And we start with the mantra. When you are doing at home, you can just start repeating the mantra mentally. Or you can sing the mantra for a few minutes and then continue mentally. So let's sing it a little bit. Baba Nam Kevalam, 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 Baba Nam Kevalam. And we continue with the mantra in our mind, repeating it continuously. Thinking that everything is only cosmic consciousness. Baba Nam Kevalam, 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 Baba Nam Kevalam. Meditate a little bit longer with the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. Repeating it in your mind, thinking only the mantra and that you are surrounded by this peaceful cosmic consciousness, effulgent, bright, peaceful. Baba Nam Kevalam, 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 Baba Nam Kevalam. And we are back here now in our place, peaceful, And we can open our eyes. And that was our short meditation practice for today. And I would like to know how you feel after this brief meditation. We got around 50%. Okay, we are reaching our target, 80%. All right, so that's almost 80%. Let's see the results. 50% of you are feeling much more peaceful and relaxed than before. 38% more peaceful and relaxed than before, and 13% just a little bit more peaceful and relaxed. So that's good. We then can go to our next topic. And this is the last point of our study on the Dhyama and Niyama. I'm going to tell you a short story about this Dhyama and Niyama. Most people think that, I automatically, I do this Dhyama and Niyama. It's something that I already do it, and don't give so much importance to it. No? The most importance is given to things that are more special. Let's say we have to do some special type of breathing or some very deep technique for the chakras and this and that, and the people think that that's the important thing, that's the real thing of yoga. And I also was a little bit in that flow. And when I am an acharya, and acharya means a teacher, or one who teaches by one's conduct, to be more precise. But in our system is a teacher, a spiritual teacher. And when I finished my training, then I became an acharya. But later on, there is a deeper training, a special training, where we become a senior acharya, so it means something deeper. And I used to think, on that training I will learn all this super special stuff and like that. And we get a diary that we have to write by hand, and it's quite thick. And I was thinking, wow. And then I quickly looking through it, then I see that the first point is the practice of Dhyama. And then I kind of pass quickly the pages, and then I come to the second point, which is the practice of Niyama. And then I pass quickly the pages, and that goes about half or maybe more than half of the book. Then I paused for a moment and I thought, if this Dhyama and Niyama is kind of half of the book, it must be really important. I must be missing something. So I went back and started from the beginning. Why I'm telling this is because these points seem to be a little bit very automatic, very simple, but they are in reality very deep. And as I mentioned to you, 5 of these points are related to your relationship with external entities, anything outside you. And 5 of them are related to your relationship with your internal. Therefore, if you are facing any problem in your relationship with something outside you, in your family, in your job, in your daily activities, whatever it be, you look at these 5 points, write them down, put them in front of you, and think, which one I'm gonna apply to solve this situation, to solve this problem. I have these 5 tools, or let's say 5 weapons, and with one of them, or with the combined practice of the 5 of them, you can resolve any problem that you are facing in the external world. Now, if you are facing some problem within you, then you have another 5 weapons, 5 tools. Those are the points of niyama. And if you also put them on a paper in front of you, look at them and see, if I practice these 5, I'm going to resolve this conflict that I'm facing within myself. So that's the idea of jhana and niyama. And if you are in a perfect harmony with your environment and with yourself, meditation comes effortless. Means you don't need to put effort in your meditation, it will come. And then you can go through the different steps of meditation deeper and deeper. So that's the importance of this jhana and niyama. And the last point of niyama has a long name, Iishvara Praņidhána. Well, let me simplify it into a practice of deep, silent meditation. And I'm going to put here in 9 steps how one can do this deeper silent meditation. Now, the thing is that the real thing you would have to learn a practice of Iishvara Praņidhána personally, but I'm doing the best here to explain it, how it can be, this practice. And this would be like the next step after the Baba Nam Kevalam meditation. The next step would be to learn a personal practice, which is this one, Iishvara Praņidhána. Let's see these 9 steps. So the first step, the posture is important. You have to sit comfortably. As far as possible, keep your back straight. If you cannot sit straight, you maybe can lean on something so that at least you are sitting straight. But the best is if you can, on your own, you can hold yourself in a position that your back is straight. And you are feeling also a little bit comfortable so that the body is not painful and distracting you. That's the first step, or the first point. The second, closing your eyes means shutting your senses. You will close your eyes, and you also not put your attention in what's happening outside. You will also put your tongue a little bit, roll it back, touching the back of your teeth so that it's also not moving. So your hands will be folded, your legs crossed. So all your sensory and motor organs will be, I will say, paralyzed or not activated. Then withdraw from the external world. Means it is like you forget that the external world exists. As we were doing our Baba Nam Kevalam meditation, let's say you are there sitting on the planet, and then you feel that you are surrounded by this cosmic consciousness. So it means there is no more universe around you, it's only cosmic consciousness. So that's the idea, you withdraw from that world that's outside you. But usually when you withdraw from the world outside you, you still feel your body. So the next step, there are ways to withdraw also from the body. So it means you withdraw from the world outside you, you withdraw from the body. So these are steps, and these steps, there are techniques that contain all these steps in a very systematic way. So you are withdrawing from the body. First you withdraw from the external world, then from the body. After you withdraw from the body, it means that you are only one point. So now you are concentrating in one point. In the technique of Iishvara Praņidhána, you will be given by the teacher a chakra where you will concentrate. This chakra may vary from individual to individual, so it's important that the teacher will tell you which chakra you are going to concentrate, because that will be the most efficient way. Then if you are concentrating on one chakra, on one point, it means your whole existence is in that point. Then you become aware that you are a point, but this point is surrounded by infinite consciousness. Now you are a little point in the middle of this infinite consciousness. So now what next? Next, you want to become one, to merge. That's the yoga. Yoga means unification. So you want to unify with that infinite consciousness. Like a drop of water merging in the sea. It becomes one. It unifies with the sea. To help this merging is the mantra. In our case, we are using Baba Nam Kevalam. So Baba, you are thinking this infinite consciousness. Nam, that you are surrounded by it. And Kevalam is only, nothing else. So then you are merging into that infinite consciousness. If you can do that, you experience oneness. And then you experience this bliss or the nirvana, the samadhi. That's the experience one gets. And that's the goal of Iishvara Praņidhána, to take you to this very high state. And finally, I add here that the practice needs to be done every day. This is an illustration. I can't teach you the technique in this format that we are using. It's something that needs a personal meeting, a personal interview. If any one of you would like to take that step, you can let me know. I may be able to put you in contact with some teacher, another acharya who could teach you. And in the meantime, the preparation is the practice of this meditation with Baba Nam Kevalam. Many people think that, oh, if I learn this personal meditation, this personal mantra, then it will be very easy. My meditation will just go like that. Well, let me make a a comparison here so that you get the feeling of it. The practice of meditation is to make your mind strong, so that and expand the mind. So it's a very dynamic practice. Bringing again the same example, it's like you go to the gym and there you are starting to exercise your body. So in the meditation, you went to the gym, now you are exercising your mind to make your mind really powerful so that it can conceptualize this cosmic consciousness. So you really need a very powerful mind. So you went to the gym, you're going to make it strong. And so when you go to the gym, you start maybe with 10 pounds, and then you go to 20, then you go to more, you go on increasing, so that your body goes on getting stronger and you get better results. Now in the meditation, it's the same thing. The Baba Nam Kevalam meditation is simple, easy. So it's like in the beginning. So when you learn this personal meditation, it is something more difficult. It will require more effort. So you have to put more effort. So that's why it's very important that you prepare yourself with the Baba Nam Kevalam meditation, so that when you get the next one, you are well prepared to hold it. Otherwise, it's like I go to the gym and I do a little bit with the 10 pounds. Then I see another guy there and he's doing with 40 pounds. And I think, oh, I want to do that also with 40 pounds. Then when I get the 40 pounds, it breaks my back. So I give up. Therefore, it's very important that you prepare, you work on yourself, get yourself ready so that you can take the next step. So in this practice of Iishvara Praņidhána, if one will learn this technique with the personal mantra and the processes to withdraw the mind from the external world, from the body, and to bring the mind to that point where it feels this surrounded by this cosmic consciousness, and then the mantra to help you keep that connection. So that's the Iishvara Praņidhána. And okay, that's most of what I had for today. Let me ask you a question now. Let's see. It's a simple question, and it's related to Svádhyáya. See how I am getting only a very small percentage of people have voted. Okay, 20%. So I need a little bit more people to give your reply. We can get a little bit idea here. Okay, we are 70%. Okay, that's enough. But if more people give their vote, is good. All right. Okay, let me close it. Share the results. So it's just curiosity to see how it goes. How often do you read? So 13% of you said that you read between 5 and 9 books a year, 38% between 2 and 4, 38% at least 1 book a year, and 13% of you I never read. Okay, that's fine. I just want to encourage to read spiritual books, deeper spiritual books, and make effort to study them, understand them, so that you can practice. You know, knowledge should be applied. All right, so let's close this one. I'm putting there all the points of niyama. 5 points, just think it's like your hand, you have 5 fingers, so 5 points of niyama. And then we completed with the Iishvara Praņidhána, we completed the last one. Short review of the weekly practice. Meditate every morning. That's like the basic. 5 minutes at least. If you can go to half an hour, it's okay, but at least 5 minutes. If you don't have other technique, use the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. If you have another technique, you do first Baba Nam Kevalam, then you do the other one. It will be helpful. Then you have 5 points of jhana and 5 of niyama to occupy your day. And finally, come home, meditate again, or before dinner, or before sleep if you cannot find time before dinner. A final review of the points of jhana. You have also 5, your other hand, 5 more fingers. So you have 5 and 5, jhana and niyama. And you will get the video so you can review these points. And that's the conclusion of our course. I give you a few moments to think some questions, something you would like to ask before we close. Okay, the first question is if I can give the 2 pictures. Yes, you will anyway have in the video or the pictures. I could also maybe email or make it available for download the 2 pictures of jhana and niyama, so maybe you can print, put on your wall, on your desk, so that you can have these 10 points with you. Okay. Any other questions? I don't see any questions here. It seems we'll be ending the... Okay, there is another one question here. Let me see if I can open it. Can't seem to work. Okay, there it is. Is there a place to practice meditation in groups? Yes, it's very important, and depends where you are located. If I know where you are located, maybe I could indicate some place. If there is nothing near you, this is my suggestion. You could also look for some friends and see if you can find a group to practice together. You know, that you can even organize, call 4 or 5 friends, 3 or 4 friends. Oh, let's meditate together. Then you teach them the Baba Nam Kevalam, and then you all meditate together. You know, and you know, you can find on YouTube many recordings, very good recordings of the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. You can listen to it for a moment and then meditate in silence. Okay, the person who asked the question says she's in the Netherlands. There is something in the Netherlands. I will send you the connection. And other people, if you are interested also, you can write me and I can see what's the closest connection in your area. Okay, so thank you very much for participating on this course. I wish you continue your meditation twice a day, every day, and you get all these benefits of meditation. I may offer future courses. I do have some courses already on the pathofbliss.com site. You look for webinars and courses, you can find other courses that I'm giving. And you can follow us on Facebook. Check my YouTube channel. From time to time I make some videos available. And hope to see you soon online or in person. Namaskar.